Many of you eat chocolate almost every day from US brands like Nestle, Mars, and Hershey, not knowing the dark secrets that they hide from you. From the origin of the cacao used to the cooking processes used to make those lovable, rich, and sweet chocolates.
Chocolate. Sweet, sweet chocolate.
You adore eating. They're hiding some pretty nefarious stuff behind the scenes and keeping it on the hush hush. Here are some of the conspiracy facts about the billion-dollar US chocolate industry they don't want you to know. Ones that'll make you think twice before you pick up that next bag of Hershey's Kisses or buy another Nestle Crunch Bar. When you guys do, you're actually supporting some pretty dark fucking shit. We're going to talk about that, and then afterwards we'll go ahead and give you guys some moral, ethical, and overall better choices to swap to temporarily until you find ones specifically that work for you guys and your particular niche or liking. But with that being said, let's go on. Hop on into the video. Number one, you guys, is the fact of the matter that there's such heavy use of slave labor and child slave labor sourced cacao in these chocolates, or chocolate. But many of these companies have made the claims of moving to fair trade source chocolate or cacao rather, but haven't even decades after making those statements. Examples of the companies or all the companies that use child slave labor or just slave labor source chocolate off the Ivory Coast and in Ghana, right? That's where 75% or the majority of cacao used is sourced from by companies around the world, mind you, but especially here inside the US. Companies that use that labor knowingly and consciously are companies like Nestle, Hershey, Mars Candy, Ghirardelli, Lindt. Lindt says, oh no, we don't do that. That's the premium chocolate, right? They said a while ago that, oh, we're, combating the use of slave labor and child slave labor sourced cacao, right?
Hey, what proof?
Well, guess they're still liars.
But they've had investigations which turn up saying that that's not the case, and they've had children inside the tests and stuff like that, or during the testing periods, right, that were sourcing the cacao or harvesting the cacao. They say, oh, it's hard to sit there and combat and regulate it, right? Which, I mean, there's some truth to, like, you can't always control everything, but like those are your companies, right? And you shouldn't be doing business with people that are cutting corners like that and trying to do that stuff at all. Especially when you're a big company like that. You have the power to enforce that a lot more with your resources. They weren't not only just proven wrong during independent testing of their fields to make sure they're, fair trade. Their primary source of fair trade testing is owned by they themselves. It's a conflict of interest already right there. Like, they have a company that's dedicated to fair trade testing, but it's owned by the Lindt company, or like their parent companies. Pretty big conflict of interest, right, you guys? That's a huge part of it many people don't think about. So whenever you go to buy chocolate, think about the fact of the matter that you are likely buying and supporting slave labor and child slave labor. Here in America, that is not something we stand for. It's something that we are supposed to overcome a long time ago. And the fact of the matter that so many people do this is ridiculous. Like, there are people that will do it fully well knowing that they're supporting slave labor. They're like, oh, it's not in my country, so I don't have to worry about it, which it's hypocritical. It means that they'd be okay with slave labor if it was still inside America. So fuck them.
Go fuck yourself.
Know your fucking place, trash.
Most people aren't aware that they're supporting and enabling slave labor practices, right? During this, unconscious consumption of goods, because the FDA is going to protect us, right? And the FDA would never allow stuff like that to source through.
Nani?
Have you seen what the FDA does? They take crowdfunding from those that they're supposed to regulate. They literally take 50% of their funding from the pharmaceutical industry, which is also part of the big food industry. They work in tandem, puts you in through the infinity loop of the Ouroboros biting its own tail, right? Because you are getting perpetually sick because of junk like this, which literally poisons you, which is a huge conflict of interest in a regulating body. You're not supposed to do that. Secret number 2, right, is the fact of the matter that there's higher than safe levels of toxic metals contained in these products, and not only that, but artificial dyes as well too, which more people are consciously aware of dyes now, especially with RFK Jr., Dr. J. Bhattacharya, and Oz, etc., in the health sector of our government. Actually, you know, a good part of the Trump administration doing something good, unlike the rest of them. At least you have faith in them to, you know, make things healthy again, or healthier at least. Basically, tests have shown that companies like Hershey, Nestle, and Mars have higher than safe levels of toxic metals like lead and cadmium, which cadmium's highly, highly toxic. But lead contains toxins which cause development issues in kids and pregnant women as well too, people that are basically still developing. And who is the prime audience of these companies, right? It's kids. You just think about it. Like, they are advertising towards kids and stuff like that based on their marketing. You can tell it's, oh, bright, beautiful colors, little cutesy things, cute bunny rabbits, etc., right? That's basically what they're doing. Is they're targeting people that are susceptible and vulnerable, right? Vulnerable audiences that are just gonna not think anything of it because, well, their parents think it's okay, and then, you know, and or because their mothers are like, oh, well, my doctor said I should eat more chocolate, you know, while I'm pregnant, or, you know, it's good for me and everything. Like, this is what people think, but half of the shit, like the Hershey's, is not actually healthy for you. It's garbage. It's sugar and additives. It's not actual chocolate.
Chocolate!
So cadmium is a highly toxic metal that is found in very unsafe levels inside these chocolate brands. Hershey has been notorious for it. Nestle and Mars as well too. Like, they are all guilty of this, right? They fully well know it. However, though, Hershey specifically has fought against California because California has more strict health or like food regulations, right? And demands that they put labels on their products if it's got like higher than safe levels of things of their testing. But Hershey fought them in lawsuits basically, or legal battles, against putting the warning saying it contains high levels of cadmium or lead in their chocolate bars, by the way, or just their chocolate.
Chocolate!
Like they're supposed to. So that way they didn't have to do that because they would lose out on a lot of money if that was the case, right? But they don't want that in America because then they lose out on their billions and billions of dollars. It's primarily where it sells, you guys, is here inside the US. All these big companies like Mars, Nestle, Hershey, etc., right? Another thing to know about cadmium, by the way, you guys, is the fact of the matter that it causes kidney and liver issues. Not only that, but it also does mitochondrial damage and like fucks with the integrity of the cellular structure, right? And in turn, it not only causes that cellular damage, but it also causes damage to your DNA as well, too, much like titanium dioxide does. It's in the name, by the way, dioxide. Get it? Oxygen dyes. But not only that, it also prevents antioxidants from working properly or correctly as well, too, which chocolate is supposed to be full of naturally, or promoted to be. So it's kind of ironic, right? They promote it's full of antioxidants and it's healthy for you and stuff like that, especially with Hershey's special dark chocolate, by the way.
This is Hershey's special dark chocolate.
It's all about the dark.
It's more refined.
It's like a friendly dark chocolate.
It's a natural source of antioxidants? I didn't know that.
Don't chew it. Do not chew. No. Respect the chocolate.
That one in particular has high levels of cadmium, which is fighting against those antioxidants, which it's promoting. Like, you guys really should think about this stuff before you put it in your body and do your research. You should do it with anything. You should read the ingredients list on the back, like Cartoon Network and so many other cartoon things I had growing up, like had commercials for Spot the Block. Like, like the nutrition facts, right? And the ingredients label underneath it. I'm just saying, when you do and you read the things that are in it, it's not as hard as it seems to be to like find out what's, you know, healthy and like just god awful for you. If it has like a paragraph, I'm just saying you probably shouldn't ingest it. Or if it's got a buttload of words that you can't pronounce or really, really hard to pronounce and it sounds like it's synthetic or chemical, don't do it. If it's synthetic, I wouldn't sit there and put it in your body because there's too many things that are fucked up that are in synthetic. Not that we can't have things that are good that are synthetically made, right? But they have to live in harmony with the like the body and the earth in order for it to actually be beneficial. So generally, good rule of thumb, if it's a synthetic ingredient, when you look it up, you can just look up, is this synthetic or natural? If it says synthetic, then just don't even eat it. Make things at home from scratch.
Give it some of that elbow grease.
So now, not only like was there all that stuff with Hershey and California fighting them in a legal battle to not put their like California P45 label on their products, right? Saying it contains toxic metals and stuff like that that are higher than safe levels. Hey, do you guys, you know, have higher than safe levels of toxic metals like lead and cadmium in your product? Oh, no, we don't. We have very safe levels. The FDA approves it. If they had these labels on their products, right, where if you guys were consciously aware, or most people, about all the stuff inside your products and everything, you wouldn't buy it and they would lose millions of dollars. And that's their concern, is money.
I don't know, Mr. Krabs. That sounds a lot like human trafficking.
It's not the health of you, it's money. And then there's also the artificial dyes, which again, a lot of you guys are probably more aware of that. They have things like Red 40, Blue Lake 5, Yellow Lake 5, Tartrazine, etc. A buttload of different names for those. Basically, they cause neurological and developmental issues in developing kids. And it's going to be the same thing for pregnant women again, too. It'll cause those issues in your kids and like learning defects, etc., brain issues. They're not meant to be ingested. They're petroleum byproducts, and petroleum byproducts are not meant for human consumption. We're not meant to eat them. Just look at half the shit it does to the environment. Do you really think you should put that in you if that's the case? No. But thankfully, because of people like RFK Jr., Dr. J. Bhattacharya, etc., right, that's been addressed, and those are going to be phased out in the next like couple of years. Thankfully, at least. We have to hold these companies accountable, you guys. Otherwise, this stuff's going to keep happening.
And some more wholesome, moral, ethical, fair trade chocolate companies you guys can make a swap to in the meantime till you find more, or one that you really like in particular. The first one is going to be Tony's Chocolony. It's one of my personal favorites that I love quite a bit, and I often use it and their chocolate bars to make my homemade cookies, and it's pretty fucking good. They literally started their whole mission specifically to dismantle the child slave labor and just slave labor in general around chocolate making. Chocolate! It's really fucking dope and awesome, and they have quite a bit of different flavors for you guys as well too to try, whether it's everything chocolate bar, a hazelnut and dark chocolate, honey, and nougat one, I believe, too, and that one's pretty fire. And then another one you guys can switch to, it's not necessarily as healthy compared to, say, Tony's, but it's fair trade nonetheless, and it's pretty damn good too. I'm still pretty sure they switched some of their oils and stuff like that inside their recipes since I first started having them. Anyways, the second one is Crochure. It comes from Germany, and they are Rainforest Alliance certified fair trade source cacao. They also make a variety of good flavors as well too. My personal favorite out of those is the strawberry yogurt one. It's fire as fucking shit. However, it does have grapeseed or rapeseed oil in it now, so I don't really eat those anymore, and I probably won't for a long time. But they also do have ones like cookies and cream as well too, and then they have one with cornflakes in it. Don't knock it till you fucking try it. But those are two that you guys can switch to in the meantime. Let me know what you guys think about all this stuff going on with the child slave labor and these companies, you know, essentially perpetuating it endlessly and not genuinely following through on their promises, right? Or just taking loophole routes to get around it in the public eye so they don't have to, sit there and take accountability. And how you feel about the artificial dyes and the higher than safe levels of toxic metals inside them in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, opinions, and concerns about that. Also recommend you guys check out Florida's new research study on all the dangerous chemicals in popular candy brands here in the US, and I believe it does include chocolate and some of these brands as well too. One of them I believe is like a Twix bar and then Snickers as well too, and how much of your daily limit is or your yearly limit is within each of those. It's quite shocking, by the way, for many of you. But it's something you definitely should look at so that way you know and you're aware and you're not giving this shit to your kids too. But let us know your guys' thoughts on this stuff in the comment section down below. I would love to hear them. As usual, though, my dudes, if you guys did make it to this point in the video, go and leave the phrase "Deep State Eat My Cake" in the comment section down below to let me know that you made it to the end and that you guys are part of the 1,000,000% tribe. As usual, if you guys did enjoy, please don't forget to, hit that like button and destroy the shit out of the subscribe button. It really does mean a lot to me. And more importantly, it also helps us to get even further in the CensorTube algorithm out to even more people to let them know that it's okay to question these shitty, corrupt systems we live in, and that it's perfectly natural to do so. Also, if you guys would like a more interactive experience with us, come join us live every Wednesday and Friday from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. US Central Time, where we talk about conspiracy facts such as this, play a variety of games such as Fortnite, Marvel Rivals, etc. Whatever really floats the mood, or, chill out and have a good time, make some dark humor memes, and just vibe out, As usual, though, my dudes, I appreciate you guys very much for being here. Thank you. Much love. And until next time, please don't forget to live long and prosper. Take care and peace. Keep it 1,000,000% real. And as always, fuck the system. I will see you guys on the flip side. Z-Trb.
My people of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see